Um,
Damn, son, you look sick as a motherfucker with those glasses, bro. No homo, no
I
homo.
know, I know,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
You
I
got
got you,
the you got
bro.
the
I
the
got you.
papi rico,
I
the papi
got you.
rico. You know what I mean?
I'm Poppy. Call me Poppy. Poppy
Yeah, I just
Crypto.
want
I'm
to
gonna
point
change my
out,
name. Army Poppy.
hey guys, I just want to point out my DGen play from hell, Cryptex Finance, has just yielded me $1,000 profit today on a $500
Good
buy.
job. All right, so yeah, we were talking about 98K off of because I didn't think that we were going to hold this level. I thought we were going to have a lot of bad data coming out this week. So 98K is what pretty much we hit. Quantum reactor right here. And 98K, 98.5 is what held for candle closes. So here's the problem that I'm seeing this week, though, guys. I want you to know that we had a double rejection here on this band, which is now, right now, it's a support band, but really, I think it's going to be a resistance band, and it's coming off of this volume node right here. So what we have to watch out for is that we cannot get back up. And if we cannot get back up, and then any of that economic data comes out this week, FOMC, scare, anything to do with the PCE or the GDP being, bad numbers, sinking the sentiment really in the markets, then 98K, which was our without DeepSeek threat number, right? I think at that point we have to start looking at like 94 down to the value area low of 90,000. So keep that in mind and be aware. We've already had the support level that I thought, like, if we do pull back, this is where we're going to find support. If the rest of the week data comes out, if the data comes out the rest of this week on GDP and PCE, then I could see us coming right back through this and pulling back down to this range, which would be the volume node here, the bottom of that volume node, and into this other volume node before you get to the value area low. That makes sense to everybody? Anybody have questions on that?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's what I'm watching there. We did drop. Everyone saw all of the drops this morning, where we are this week on the risk.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I
What's up, Melissa?
just hadn't looked at it yet. Sorry.
Yeah, it's there. We're in a DCA week for Bitcoin this week. So, and all of your alts are in there. I think most of them had alts that could be gone through this week. Let me see. I know XRP and Link was not. They're still not in the DCA window, just because they're so overbought. Yeah. So as Bitcoin this morning, we had DCA ×1 level. Here, I'll bring this up. DCA level 1 on Bitcoin. And then the upperclassmen request this morning, we had Doge on a DCA ×1. Solana was no DCA. XRP was no DCA. Link was no DCA. So it looks like Ethereum and Doge were both in wristbands for dollar cost averaging this week. So, if you're looking at doing your DCA on those, or you even decide that, hey, I'm going to do my DCA, my no DCA week and still DCA, keep in mind you could probably split like 2 days, you know what I mean, instead of all at once in the week, because we could get some pullbacks this week. Reminder, Doge or Ethereum's best day to DCA is Tuesday, Solana Tuesday, Link Tuesday, XRP on Saturday. Did we not put
Can you mute
Doge in here?
Melissa, please?
Oh, she'll mute herself. Melissa, we got your audio coming through, hon.
Okay, I'll shut it off.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, I got to throw Doge on here for the best day. I don't have that for you guys.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pin those. I guess those days. So or
Yep.
put it in the message in there. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe repost all of them as best days to DCA, and you can just do all the photos.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll tweak it out.
Pin that whole message. Yeah.
Yeah.
DCA. Best data DCA, and we need Doge for the past 12 months.
Yeah, I'll take it tonight when I'm done with work.
I should go through here. I should go through here and just start grabbing all of the best days to DCA. It just whether they're requested or not, just put them all in here.
You know what? If you export it, just I'll put it on an Excel or something that we can just go in there, and then that'll probably be easier than that.
Well, I think people like the graphics look though.
The visuals.
Yep. Yep. I used to tell people all the time, all the data was in the assessment at the bottom. All of the other pages prior to that are for the commander because he likes pictures. Facts, bro. Data for the soldier that's kicking indoors, pictures for the commander. Doge, best data DCA. There you go. Now Doge is in there too.
Cool. I'll update tonight. I'll update it tonight.
Yep. Appreciate it. All right. What else we got, guys? What are the questions we have? Everyone pretty much is tracking what all's going on with this craziness, right? Like, they put out another project today. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, and the video response, I think, it was well handled, but still it doesn't provide really clarity on yeah, we admit that there's other players, but it's almost like that. I feel like it's almost like that same thing that happened with TikTok. Like now you have Red Door, you have all this other things that people are exploring and everything too. So.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah, there was another. The DeepSeek released another project today. Yeah, here's the $1 million question. Will the US allow DeepSeek to be used by Americans just days after TikTok was targeted for data collection?
No.
Nope. But trust me, there will absolutely be someone sitting in a it's sitting in a research and development center for the federal government, like somebody like DARPA or something, reverse engineering the shit out of that thing.
See, but I don't think it matters that much because, Huawei, the people they banned for having all that tracking crap on their phones, they make all the 5G and 4G towers. They have like the direct input to all the cell phones that are communicating.
Yep.
It's just smoke and mirrors.
That's okay. We turn around and put stingrays on all the cell towers. So
yeah. Well, I'm not saying that it's mostly just smoke and though. Where it's like we want you to use art.
It wasn't just the phones either, man. It was their switches. It was all of their hardware had some kind of backdoor built into it. Yeah,
everything. Yeah. But the big problem was the phones. But the thing is, they still use Huawei everything to make 4G and 5G's towers, so it's irrelevant.
Damn right. And that Beltway Initiative thing that what does China call it? The Road and Belt Initiative, where they do all the infrastructure for developing countries and then put all their gear on site so that they're just sucking all the data out of their cell phone systems and recovering all of their shit. Yeah, it's amazing, dude.
Yeah, just putting free shit in Africa to, bring them up to first world standards. And instead, they're just data sucking everyone.
Smart.
I mean,
dude, we play checkers, they play chess, man. Those dudes do that boa constrictor thing like no one else.
I mean, we do the same thing.
Except I don't think we're quite as sneaky about it.
No, we're just blatantly in your face about it. We're the US. Swing that thing around. Hey, we're gonna take your oil and your data now. So,
and if you don't like it, we'll go kinetic.
But on the plus side, you will have U.S. soldiers posted in your country.
And they'll spend money. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I don't think it's as much as a worry as everyone's made it out to be. But at the same time,
that's what I said this morning. I was like, look, we're already starting to get information that, I see Trent's in the house. Let me bring him up. Baba Ya's up here. Tyler Lyon, if you're just listening in the chat, man, just drop a 1 or something in the chat if you're just listening in and you don't want me to invite you up. Baba Yaz, I just saw you drop yours, so I'll take it you're busy too. Just listening in, no problem, no worries. Trent Brock, I sent you an invite up, bro. Yeah,
You guys,
I
if
said
you-
this morning on the live stream, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think that, you know, even especially if that report is true that they actually did end up using NVIDIA chips, guess what? Nothing changes. It's just another company that needed NVIDIA chips, right? So,
Well, that's why I didn't even cover it in my like on my news for this morning, because I didn't see it as very relevant. Like for me,
Well-
I've seen AI is overpriced anyway because it's not actually bringing any production to the economy just yet, and people are just trying to get in on the ground floor.
when you look at how far down all of the tech companies, I find the timing of it conspicuous, nefarious even. Because this week is the big tech earning week for the quarter. Of all of the stocks that have earnings reports for this quarter, this week is the heaviest
Yeah.
tech one. And like right before it, oh, by the way, we have something that says fuck your tech companies. Like
Mm-hmm.
timing. I'm just saying. So
Well, that's why I completely negated the story for my show. Because I was like, that's bullshit. It's all FUD. Like, if you went over any reviews on their product, it's garbage. So, like, it
yeah,
doesn't actually.
Grok or Grok or whatever it is on X
Yeah.
is actually better
Yep.
than this AI that they got.
I literally I said that in your chat during your show. I was like, Grok AI is better, and Grok sucks.
It does. But when you have sell off like we had today, you know, I mean, just let's bring this up here and talk about it.
But like, you're shaking out paper hands. People that don't have like a long-term
3% in
view.
the Nasdaq in a single day is a pretty substantial shake of the paper hands.
I know, but like, if you look at people that invest, a lot of people are paper hands.
Yeah.
They see a dip and they're like, "Oh, get out."
Well, that's why I said on the live stream, if you guys hear that noise right now, that's someone at the door. That's called opportunity knocking. Take
Mhm.
advantage of this because I don't think this is going to last long.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you buy Nvidia when it's 16.7 something down on a day? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, I'm gonna buy a full share of Nvidia now. Like,
I just think that I would like to see a recovery a little bit higher, just like we're seeing on Bitcoin. You know, we're still stuck now under a new range, right? I would like to see us get back up into this upper zone here, this R zone that I have up here, before all the data comes out this week, though. Because if you take a look at what we have going on this week on the calendar,
it's yeah. Well, that's why the title of my show was heavy data to move the markets.
yeah. So first off, new home sales month over month was expected to be down 3.5%. It actually came in up 3.6%, just so you know.
How much of that is because of recovery though? Because you have a massive amount of homes being built after, like, and this would count as new home sales that are going in for
Well, you
the
got
hurricane
people,
relief.
you got
and-
people, yeah, hurt from the hurricane areas that are, yeah, exactly. So that came in a little bit higher. Dallas manufacturing, Fed manufacturing, this came in today. Activity index rose 7 points to 12.2 for January 2025. It's the highest level since October 2021. New orders hit their highest since April 2022. Well, I will tell you that manufacturing capabilities, shipping capabilities, we haven't had a massive improvement on that. The ability to supply has not had a massive increase, but we're seeing demand increasing. Okay. Back up again. So that equates to inflation, right? So we're seeing signs that if this stuff was slowing down, I would say the economy's weakening, right? And so that means that, we're going to see jobs start to lay off and demand's going to lessen, but we're not really seeing all of that yet. So we're going to see inflation come up again. And that inflation number, I mean, you can see here, core PCE price index, they're looking at a 1/10% increase there. They're looking at personal spending being up 0.1%. And then where's the other one?
You have a GDP being forecasted to be contracting by 0.2%.
Yeah, GDP is contracting, exactly. And then we've got the other one was PCE price index. This is expected to be up 0.2% for month over month.
Yeah.
And for
It's
year
like
over year.
none of this looks good.
No, it looks bad. So that's why I'm saying I would like to see this, because I already had projected in a $98,000 Bitcoin, right? So that was, I'll show you right here. Let me go to playlist, morning market report, videos, right there, dumped to 98,000 on Friday. I talked about this. And that was because we have the $7.8 billion in options that are expiring here in 4 days. On top of the FOMC, which most of that's already cooked in, on top of GDP, which is expected to be worse, right? Contracting economy, not good. On top of inflation returning. So we already had like the stacking of weight, sell pressure, right? Threatening to push us down to 98K. And with the deep seek, we already came down and pushed to 98K. So if we don't get back up so that we can make a return trip down here to 98K again, then we're going to have sell pressure hitting where we're here, which would send us, like I said, $94,000 to $90,000 instead of 98K. So we got to be careful. That's all I got to say about that. Buck said, check out render if you would. Looks like we found support on the 4 hour, 1 hour, and 15 minutes. Probably use. Oh, Mr. Man's here.
Yeah,
Mr. Man in the house.
I'm looking at render right now.
Yeah, go ahead and pull that up. Hey, I'll drop my screen share so you can bring it up.
Has anyone seen the Toshi price action over the weekend?
The
That
what?
shit was
Yes,
sick, homie.
Toshi.
Did you make some money?
Hell yeah.
Nice. Congrats.
Yeah, Toshi's staying strong. I got a buddy that hit me up. He's like, dude, what about Toshi? I said, it just hit Coinbase. That's why it's pumping. He's like, dude, I'm up 3,000%. I said, you better take some profit off the table and let some free money ride on that then.
You said where was your entry?
I'm looking at doing an entry if it comes back down to like $6.15 range, and I wanted to stick my stop loss down around the $5.91 range.
So you're talking basically here where I just drew a line across, because if you pull it from the 15-minute, you got those equal candle bodies.
Yeah.
15-minute looks like it might have a little bit of rollover, so you might get a little bit lower than that. You might get like $6.07 hit, depending on how far we really come down.
525 to 550, bro.
I don't know, man. It looks like we got the support on the 4 hour. We got the max out on 100% on the bars on the 4 hour, on the 1 hour, on the 15-minute now.
No, let me bring this in and show you.
Yeah, your 4 hour still looks like it's got a little more that it can come down to, because like you've got a reversal signal, but your prime oscillator isn't awesome. Your MACD's definitely got more room to run as well.
Roger.
Yep. Yeah, let me come in and I'll show them render. And I'll show you why I'm saying that low. All right. So you see this level. These are my fibs here that are pulled from way back. The way back, going back here to May of last year to the bottom here that we had in August. Okay. You can see that we had a perfect golden pocket bounce there with the reversal off the off the quantum reactor, I should say. And right now we're rejected off the quantum reactor. Everything's still pointing down. Dynamic reactor and quantum reactor are still anchored to the downside. Right now we're beneath the 382. So if we reject off of this, we're easily heading down to 537. That's your 236. But you can see right here below is your point of control, which goes all the way back to May of last year. So we're looking at what 9 months right now of this area. And if you look and see where we are right now, let me put this on the daily so you can see this right now. We are stuck. We're actually holding on to this. So falling down this gap sends us right down to the 525 to 550 range.
Fine.
There's no volume in between here. Matter of fact, all of this over here is all fair value gaps. All of this whole area here is fair value gaps.
Yeah, if you can't hold 578, then it's all negative space too.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right, stand by to stand by. Damn it! I thought this was gonna be
All
a
right.
fun little
Hey.
jump.
I got nothing
Yeah,
but love
just-
for you, homie. Yeah, let's go over here and check out render on. Yeah, dude. Look at the daily. Look at the daily MACD. MACD normalized, huge red candle on the histogram. The signal lines broadening out, meaning this. See how it starts to broaden, getting wider
Yeah.
and wider? Yeah, that led to all of that. So you got money flow coming down. The only thing that's looking decently strong is the RSI, which is why I said watch for it to come in, do a bounce up, reject off the 382, and then come down to the 236. This is set to go
Here-
lower, bro.
And you're set. Your 382 is a what? What are you sitting at? What time frame are you at?
$6.62. These are fibs. These are like just fib retracements pulled from back in May of last year to the bottom. And you can see
Fine, I will
like the
stay
golden
out.
pocket, huh?
I'll stay out. It just looked exciting because I had a hell of a lost day, and I was like, I think we found support. I might catch a little
Everything
ride.
had a lost day. And nothing's really found support. Would you say that Bitcoin's found support?
No.
No.
Then why would it alt have found support? Matter of fact, I see a rejection on the same level that used to be support.
Like
Hell,
the
we can't
only
even
thing
rotate
that
the dynamic reactor on the 4-hour right now.
the only thing that did okay was Tau. And like even that has retraced from what it had gained.
Yeah.
No, Sweet did pretty good. Check it out. Perfect
Well,
bounce
okay,
on my
so
fucking
my
887 golden pocket right back to the platinum pocket right back to the golden pocket. But this would be a prime spot to now reject to break through all of this shit. So
See, and I hadn't even looked at Sui yet.
yeah.
So like I
Hey,
had my eye on Tau
Love my
a lot
fibs,
today.
man. Fib trader. That's me.
I guess Jupe did okay as well.
Oh, dog. Dog's at 10.47. Tons got a good fucking rejection right now for a fucking short.
look at you, potty mouth.
You've
Sorry.
got Jupe. You've got Jupe trying to turn an area, a key area, into some support right now.
Look, I don't
Probably
get to,
gonna
I
see a
don't, I
little
don't
bit
get
of
to
a
speak like I
retrace.
normally would on my live streams, okay? I'm a nice guy on there. That's
You
a
don't
hot
just
mess.
you just don't let it all hang out on the live stream, Piper.
No, when I'm on the live streams, it's like I'm briefing the commander and his staff, right? Every other time I'm like in the smoke pit with the Joe. So what looks interesting on here? Anything else? Melania's up. Woohoo, look at that. Melania's up. See
yeah.
that big up? See that big up right there? right there, that blue candle, that's 8.4%.
I saw something that said she was getting an ETF. 2X.
Ugh.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought that was bullshit.
No, it is bullshit.
Yeah.
The only thing we've seen so far is Sol has been applied for, XRP has been applied for,
Yep.
Doge was applied for, and I guess someone applied for a Trump one, but I doubt that gets approved. I think Sol's
they
going to
can
be a
get
giant battle. Sol's first application decision is August of this year, and I don't think it gets approved right away. Just because of you've still got five chairs at the SEC that were there during Gensler's time and agreed with him on a lot of what he said.
I
Not
lost
full-heartedly.
$900 on a Trump trade.
I had a buddy that lost a bunch on Trump, and then he came back to me like 2 days later after he had licked his wounds, and he was like, "So what do you think about Trump?" And I was like, "Fuck all that shit." He's like, "Okay then. Well, I'm glad you said that."
Melissa. Yay. Melissa said she was finally able to get the ADA stuff worked out. Awesome. So you're now ready to learn from A to Ace on how to do all the Hydra drip stuff?
Good Lord, it took me 3 days. One call to the bank, one visit to the bank. The guy at the bank telling me no. Yeah. It was a shit show. But finally we were able to get it all squared away.
What did he tell you no for? Did you look at him and say, your job is to watch my money? Your job is to manage, not manage my money?
Well, the hysterical part of it is he couldn't even speak hardly any English, and even the bank manager was like, she just handed me the phone. She's like, I don't even know what he's saying. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I called.
But you have banks in Canada that are telling people they can't withdraw over $6,000. So it's heading this way.
Yeah, I got a
Killing
whopping,
bullets,
I got like
baby.
a whopping $1,023 in my bank account. My bank's but my bank sees me like move in like 100,000 in and then 100,000 back out. There got to be like, yes, fuck, yes, fuck.
So what
Like, why
sucks
can't
is,
he
man,
just why can't he leave his drug money in his account?
Just pass it through. Just pass it through. George Washington, forward march. Just pass it through. My bank
I have a
is in
question,
Delaware.
Piper.
We'll just pass it through. Yeah, what's up?
So, there was that information from Eric Trump that the American tokens were going to have the protection, the tax protection. Is that true, or did I get that screwed up? And if that's
No,
the
it's
case,
true. It's true.
which tokens
They're
are
trying to, but
US? Okay.
yeah, I just don't know like what they're going to actually get passed. I mean, right now it's all rhetoric.
Yeah.
Rhetoric does not equate to policy, in my opinion, in my experience. So
yeah, so hopefully you get a good wave off of those things going up because everybody gets excited that they're going to get something, whatever. But
Estas personas están encerradas y no
I
pueden
mean, your
moverse
HODL bags, if
durante
you know you don't want to sell that stuff, there's stuff that I've talked to Piper about. I'm like, dude, I'm just like waiting for them to change the law because like there's no way I want to take those hits, right? That's just, it is what it is.
Where do you find out which ones are whatever it is, American tokens or American coins or American projects or US projects? Okay.
I got an image.
Can you share that?
Yeah, I'll drop it
Thank
here
you.
to you. Yep.
Perfect.
I
Thanks.
sure will.
All right, so anybody looking at anything good, juicy, like right now that we can play with? No, nobody's looking at anything frothy.
Sure, it's called patience.
No, but it's like the afternoon hour, so we got that lull between like our market close and Asian market open, right? So like, who's eyeballing what right now?
I'm not eyeballing anything. I'm just waiting for bottom confirmation, and then I'm gonna buy. Like, I don't care if I don't buy the exact bottoms, but I'm gonna throw my hodl money in, and that's it. Like, I'm not looking at trading shit. It's just like I like trading news weeks, but this is a news week I'm gonna sit out.
All right. Because I like you, I'm not gonna make
Where's
fun
this
of you.
image
We'll move
at?
on.
Well, like I just see more potential in buying and hodls. So I've got my eye on a few stocks and a few things that I'd like to add to my crypto hodl bags, and I'm more worried about that than trying to squeeze some dollars out of a volatile market.
But the video game is so much fun, man.
I mean, it can be, but this is also how you get caught in a bad trade.
I'm looking at an
You do that on
OM.
a good day.
What was
Sorry.
that,
Share
OC?
your screen. I'll drop mine.
Sure, absolutely. So, really quick, 1 second. Share. There we go. So I'm looking at OM at this point. This could be very dangerous though, because we are forming like a bull flag here. And it's not like the rest of the coins, right? Let's even take a look at, for example, Link. Link had a breakout, right? V-shaped recovery. We are trying to close above the dynamic reactor. If that happens, I will be just waiting for that crossover to the zero line, right? But if we take a look at OM is completely different. It did have a V-shaped recovery, but it was not below the dynamic reactor, right? It was up above right here, and it could be making a bull flag or bullish pennant. Still, it's pretty dangerous because we have a VWAP crossover here, and we're aiming solidly downwards here, and money flow is flat, right? So I would say just give it a waiting here, maybe 1 or 2 candles more into the 15 minutes. We are on a symmetrical triangle, which is unknown. But in the 4 hours, I think we're making, or even in the 1 hour, we're making something like a bullish pennant, which again, it has colors of a bull flag, sorry, of a symmetrical triangle, right? So we still need to wait for confirmation. Still on the 1 hour, it's going back up, and let me clear this up. And I'm not gonna be trading this until we break above this trend line here on the 1 hour, and we have something similar on the 4 hours. There we go, which is what I show you, right? This trending pointing straight down, right? So I need to see that flip of the ribbon. So I think it's gonna be more or much more interesting. Just watch it on the 1 hour because it have a little bit more flavor to it, you know, like more structure. But still, and I think that as soon as we break out, I will be trading this. If we have a breakout here, that spot I could get hurt, and that is because of how explosive it was right here on the pass, right? So I could be longing this and setting my stop loss right below this area, just in case we have one of these scam weeks like this one here. So we could still do something like that, you know, and then push above here. I'll still just measure this, and if we start closing below, I just get whatever loss I'm getting, right? Because my stop loss will be just ever so slightly below this area right here. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I mean, if you're talking about
And you
eyeballing
like it
something,
because of
yeah, what
and
is
you
it?
like it because of how big that first wick this morning was and it didn't retrace all the way back down. That's why you liked it?
No, I like it because of the whole structure here, because of the bullish
Okay.
pennant on the 4 hour. Yeah, but again, this could be very much a Bart Simpson, right? So
Right.
I liked it because when Link was dropping, bleeding, right? Lycon was dropping, bleeding. Atom was dropping, bleeding. BNB dropping, bleeding. Ethereum dropping, bleeding, right? Everybody was down. But OM, I don't know what's going on with the OM. I have no idea what the hell is it. I mean, it could even be that nobody's buying it and everybody's just holding it, right? It has no activity. But I mean, the chart, looks good because I don't see that drop or that bleed out, right? Scenario in here. Still,
Gotcha.
yeah, could play it out, right? In a bad way.
I got a
But that's why I
question.
have my stop loss.
I got a question. Melissa, do you see the document in the chat that I dropped? This one? Yep. Okay, cool. Here's my question. First off, I'm gonna explain this to everybody. So this is everything in the red bubble. These are the things that are made in the USA. These are cryptos made in the USA. Okay. Got Ondo, Link, Render, all this list, right? What is Stacks? Anybody can answer this. What is Stacks?
It's a layer
Bitcoin
2.
layer 2.
On?
Bitcoin.
Is it possible to do a wrapped Bitcoin on the Bitcoin blockchain that's called like FIRS, like FIRS tax fucking safe? Like, think about it. If Stacks can be on here and it's layer 2 to Bitcoin, that is not. Why can't they create a wrapped Bitcoin on the Bitcoin blockchain that now makes you able to bypass the IRS if they go with made in the USA tax safety? No taxes.
I mean, you could
There's
essentially.
going to be all kinds of games to play in the next few years as they come up with rules, right? So
I know.
this
That's
is
exactly
yeah,
what I'm thinking when I look at this, man. It's exactly what
yeah,
I'm
man.
thinking when I look at this. Like, look, if Bitcoin's not in there and they're talking about US companies, well, if stocks can be on there, why can't they just do a F the IRS wrapped Bitcoin and put it on there? And it's 1-to-1 on Bitcoin's price, but now it's a US. I'm just saying. I see all kinds of hokey games coming to crypto if they pass that made in the USA tax free. Just saying.
I mean, don't you think that'll be the end of Ethereum?
No.
Dude,
No, everything's
That'll
built
be
on
push
Ethereum's
Ethereum.
even.
much cheaper and much quicker to build on. But I think you've got things like Sui that are much better, much quicker, and much cheaper to build on too. So I think SUI is going to be a front runner against dethroning Ethereum eventually. I really do. Your thoughts, BC?
I mean, it really just depends on how clean they end up keeping their blockchain. Because, like, Solana had potential, but, like, Solana decided
At one
they were
time,
going to
yep.
make everything so easy to build on so that anyone can just click a button and be like, boop, 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 drop my soul in, and here we go. Here's a soul project. There needs to be a barrier of entry. And that's why Ethereum is so beautiful. It's semi easy to build on, but it is not cheap to do so. So there's a barrier of entry, and that's why you get so many legitimate projects built on Ethereum, and that's going to be the big battle. Like Link is built on Ethereum. You've got Near is built on Ethereum. Well, like with Ethereum, like you've got Cosmos that can use the Ethereum virtual machine. You've got all of these projects that are built on top of Ethereum. And to be able to dethrone Ethereum, you need that same kind of potential. Sui has the potential to be built on. It's just, what is the barrier of entry going to be?
Well said. Well said. Anybody DCA anything today?
I did
Bitcoin
a
Nope,
trade.
level 1.
Hell yeah, Bitcoin shit. Come on,
I'm still
dog.
You
waiting.
DCA'd some Bitcoin? What else?
Yeah, that's all I had on mine. Because even like when you really think it through, like when we're supposed to go 4x, like dude, you better pull out the money for that. So you have to make a good like, and I think someone brought that up. Like, if you're thinking $100 is gonna be, your point, right? $100 a week. But if you have a 4x, can you pull $400 out of your ass? You probably can't. So you just need to readjust like your strategy on how you do that. It might feel like some
Yeah.
weeks you're not doing much, but that cushion, whenever you get that 4x, yeah, we're gonna be good.
Supernatural bought Sonic.
I'm just
Because the way
waiting.
I looked at it was I took the yearly, like what I was going to DCA into that asset over that period of time and just said, okay, this is my allocation number. And then whatever the 1x, 2x, 3x, if we're not doing it, then it just sits there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like whenever the 4x comes along, I mean, if you need to go, I mean, I guess that's the strategy of the DCA, right? Because
Well,
we still
technically,
can hit the market.
it could be 6x,
True, true.
but that's only in that range, 2.55% of the entire history of Bitcoin. So probably even less than a lot of altcoins.
So am I the only one that decided they were just gonna wait for the market move after Wednesday to make a decision on what to DCA in?
No,
Okay.
not with my plan.
Negative.
So I just wanted to make sure that I like wasn't making a crazy move because I was like I wanted to see after interest rate decision on Wednesday, we have ECB doing it Thursday the next day, and I just wanted to see. I wanted to let the dust settle and see what the market is going to do because GDP is coming out that morning, and that might be the best time to DCA all week.
Yeah, I
Good call.
started this there. 2 out of 3 weeks. That's what I've DCA'd. So read on my DCA reset. That's what I've done so far.
Oh, we can't see your screen.
Oh, snap.
Great job, Piper.
Listen here, Buck. So I've had 2 so far. January 27th last week, we were just outside the band, but we were in the wristbands for the January 13th and the 20th. So I have now put in $2,000 on my DCA reset. My current portfolio is at 2,071. I'm up 3.5% so far.
That's not bad.
Yep.
Before we go, can you do fibs on a couple of things for me? One of them, can
What
you
are
look?
they?
Toshi, and then one of them is a stock.
Gotcha, bro.
Just want to make
This is
sure that.
this is why you guys get the VIP access. Whatever you
Just
guys
want to
want.
see
All you gotta do is
if
ask.
my fibs are kind of matching up to the experts' fibs.
How long Toshi's been on what the longest? Mexi probably?
Probably, yeah, because it's
Bybit?
just come in.
Yeah, we'll
It's
try
just
it.
come into
We'll try it on
Coinbase.
it.
Only buy it.
Yeah.
AOC, do you
Well,
sit there and trade
shit.
all day when you're not doing the teaching thing?
Who?
OC.
Yeah, what's up?
No, he hangs out with his beautiful fiance.
All right. I just wonder, like, if you're not teaching, are you trading most of the time? Is what I was asking.
Oh, yeah. Most of the time I'm in the charts, and I'm also doing chart prem stuff in the background, like customer support, fixing stuff in the Discord, taking on like also I'm on another channel which is crypto hackers, and helping out there.
Chart hackers.
Chart
Starter
hack
hack,
that
yeah.
thing, yeah. Which,
OC is
I don't know.
everywhere, man. OC is everywhere. And now apparently you're finding your laundry like around the house. That's what he's doing too. Like.
Yeah, I haven't even looked for it, man. Yeah, I know where is it.
All right. So I'm seeing a couple things here. I mean, we're following sequencing on each one of the pumps and pullbacks, right?
Yeah.
You can see like this one here, we caught the 1-to-1, and then our support used to be the golden pocket. Now we're trying to find support and resistance inside the platinum pocket, right? So pull the next one over, and we got our bounce on the platinum pocket. This is off of a further back, right? And now we got resistance on the golden pocket. So we are seeing a series of sequencing over and over and over again on these, on the fibs. But if I was going to do this, I would probably run a trend base. That's going to give you your best. We'll run that like that. And you can see we came all the way up and respected greatly on each of the golden pocket lines. Right now, it's that 1618 phase one golden pocket. So if we lose that, probably heading back down to the quantum reactor here. I'm looking at a 1 hour here. It does look like we're about to get a pump up though. But money flow's dropping. Yeah, I would if you have Toshi and you made a bunch of money on it, you might want to secure some profits on it. Looking at the 1 hour, but if we pull it over and take a look at the 4 hour, let's see how that looks. Yeah, money flow's dropping there hard too, man. That's a pretty harsh pullback.
She's
Down
pullout game is strong.
45%, dropped as much as 58%. That's why I hate buying tokens when they launch on an exchange. Hate it because they round trip like crazy. So
I thought the goal of this group was to buy that shit before it ever got to an exchange.
I mean, I
That's
will give the shout out to what's his face on Chart Prime OC. He did mention that token like a while back, so that was pretty dope.
did.
Yeah, and that shit was like
Absolutely.
on point too. Yeah, so gotta be everywhere, man. Gotta be everywhere. With Soul, right? Soul, that's his name. Yeah, Soul.
And Buck,
yeah.
I never said we were a Gem Hunters channel ever.
Oh, we already asked Crux to give us like his like regimen and shit, like on his checklist on so we can start finding it. So we can start me and Buck can start finding those.
Look, here's the bottom line. One of the longest running Gem Hunters in the space got absolutely fucking wrecked in the past 12 months.
True though. It's volatile. Mm-hmm.
It's I see it as pointless. It's like
I don't like
It
it.
used to be a way. It used to be a really good way to, do some tokenomics, do some research in the dev team, so on and so forth. But now when you've got over 2.2 million freaking cryptos out and they're ripping off like 40,000 tokens in 2 weeks, you just can't play them all. There's no way. It's like throwing darts in the dark at balloons and you have no idea what you're even aiming at. Like there's too much volatility in the space now. So
and like the biggest part of it is no one gives a shit about the utility. No one gives a shit about what it's going to provide to the space. It's like, is it new? Is it shiny? Is it funny? Does it have a community?
Does it have a big community? That's it. Does it have a big community?
So is there a Telegram page I can like join real quick to like talk with all these degens and make sure to
Exactly.
That's what they care about. They
That's
don't
it.
care about the utility, so gem hunting is pointless.
Yep. So if you want the tortoise and the hare here, Buck, we're the tortoise group. We're approaching things in a cautious, safe, smart manner so that we can make money over time, not waste $10,000 to end up with $1,000 fucking gain. Which is
I'm doing them all. I'm buying quality projects, and I also like degenerate plays as well, because you never know what shenanigans you happen to do that fucking works out. Because I threw some ETH on something for an airdrop, and holy shit, that bitch is worth thousands of dollars.
Which means you have no methodology in your approach to what you're buying.
No. I read about something. If I like the idea behind it and I think it could actually be doable, I'll go into it, right? And I'll go, okay, I like the idea behind the project.
Utility doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, but I like it. So, like, if I get stuck holding the bag, then maybe 2 cycles from now, maybe it won't be bankrupt and it'll be worth something. So, like, I just like the idea of that thing, if that makes sense.
See,
the reason,
The reason I said you have no methodology is because there's too many projects launching for you to actually apply a methodology and cover all of the bases.
It's definitely degenerate gambling, but it's fun.
You're walking up to the table and going 6, 16, 19, 31, and 12 look good. Cool. Spin the wheel. That's what you're
Hey
doing.
man, 32 to was it 34 to 1, 33 to 1? What are the odds on that shit? Fuck yeah, baby, let's go.
It's up there. It's up there, bro.
Well, the reason why I was bringing that up is I invited someone over to the Discord, and this person is like fully on memes, on meme coins. So it seems like this is the new wave of like crypto people that are coming in, but it's shifting their mindset around like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? But some people like Buck, they like to gamble with their dick. So you know that kind of shit does happen, and you get lucky too, man. You know, like we can't lie about that.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it'll
But
be
there
good
used
to
to be a
learn.
time that you could there used to be a time though that you could go to like number 300 to 400 on the crypto list and put $5 in each of them, and
True.
99 of them fucking went to zero. It didn't matter because you had a chance that 1 out of 100 was going to do 1000x, right? Those days are gone.
Yeah. I think I've done that shit on Bluffing.
Now
Like,
you might buy, now you could buy like 20,000 of them, and you're lucky if one of them gets a 3,000% move.
yeah, like I do that in Bluffing sometime when I'm bored. I'll be like, you know what? Let me throw $5 at this shit. Let me see how it goes. On a 20x leverage too, like see what happens.
Nice. Nice. Look at you.
See,
That's
and that's
Oh,
where
man.
when I feel the need to degen, I just like go 150x on Bitcoin. That's literally all I trade. I
can't
don't
get
trade
my fucking
anything
entries
besides
right.
Bitcoin.
Every time I try going past 25x, I fuck up. Like I cannot get my goddamn entry right.
Yeah,
Well, take
it's
the
true.
emotion out of it.
Trent, what was the other thing you wanted to see, bro?
Yeah. Can you? Is it possible to send me that the link on that so I can save it?
Yeah.
Also, the other thing
because
about
it changes.
some of the like
Yeah,
new
yeah.
G-Gen type
Is it in there
tokens,
now?
they have
Okay, let me grab it real quick.
Yep.
Save it off. Yeah.
some of the new Dgen type tokens have some really interesting yield reward things for some of them that should have utility, if that makes sense. So like I find it interesting. And then like the mining portion of it, that's how I find out about some of them too. Cause like I don't know, man. I just think it's neat to be able to create something out of power or whatever you're doing, right?
What's the other one you want so I can go ahead and bring it up for you, man?
Yeah, sure. It's NPPTF. It's Neptune assets. It's a Neptune Digital. It's a stock. Okay, cool. I should have that one now. Thanks, man.
Looks like it's holding its 236 pretty well, man.
Yeah.
Does look like it's overbought though, like crazy.
Yeah.
Are you already in this? Did you already get in this?
I did just a little bit the other day. But
So they had
yeah,
a big
way
pump up.
lower.
So here's what happened. They had a big pump up into their earnings speculation. And then they also got another big pump on their earnings. So their earnings look like they must have been pretty good.
Yeah, and they made an announcement that they
Yeah,
bought
they got a
off,
surprise.
yeah,
They got
20,000
a surprise.
Solana or something.
500%. They got a 500% over their expectations. So on earnings.
That's fucking ridiculous.
They're another one of those groups that's like Solana doing, I mean like they're doing like the MicroStrategy thing, but on Solana with Solana.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know this group.
Yeah, there's two of them that are doing
I
that.
will give you a warno, bro. Warno.
Yep.
You see what they hit and rejected on? Trend base
that-
from trend base, higher low, clean
Right.
on the 1.618.
Yep. So do you
I
think
would not
that's
be surprised to see this come back into the 1-to-1 to the 887.
okay? Yep.
If
Fair
it came
enough.
back here, I would be highly interested to see where we are in here and jump in on it. Let me go over here and check out the daily on it. Yeah, everything here looks like it's going to be pulling back too, bro. This is the daily. Look at the how small the candles are getting on the RSI prime. Histogram's coming back to cool off and getting a nice, wellhead here on the signal line. Money flows curving over. Volume looks good. I think the pullback though is going to be a pullback, and that's it. This would be your sir. Come back. What would your delta be at here? That's your purple line, lower support, upper resistance, delta. Yeah, you're getting a rejection off the golden band too. And you got a big fair value gap. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if this thing came all the way back to like 87 cents. This looks like a good DCA project.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Any other questions?
Do I need the link for that one, or can I just use the other link again?
Try the other link.
Yeah, okay.
See if it opens up to Neptune. Here, let me save it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let me get in the. Yeah. Awesome. Wow, that's kind of cool. Oh man.
All right.
Look if they have options for that stock, and then just buy a bunch of puts for that shit all the way to their golden pocket, and should be good.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
Mr. Wall Street
keep an eye.
bets.
Just keep an eye, guys, on this 102 range. For rejection, we got to get back above that before all this other data hits this week. If not, we risk breaking this trend line.
Have you been watching the Dixie at all, Piper?
Yes.
It's kind of worrisome.
Why?
Just the stair step down, and it's not like the indicators cool off, but then they're just like, all right, we go farther now, and it's just like it's worried me just a little bit on what we might see going forward with, especially if inflation's rearing its ugly head. That increases inflation pressures, it increases producer price indexes, it increases consumer price indexes. God, it's just going to be nasty all around if we continue this downtrend.
No. If you zoom it out, bro, look.
Yeah, but that's a very V-shaped peak.
Yeah, look.
Mm-hmm.
We've spent going all the way back to 2008 plenty of times that we've come down from peaks. Plenty of times. I mean, shit, in 2022, going into 2023, which ended up being one of the best stock market years we had a big pullback. This is the downtrend you're talking about. That.
Mm-hmm. But I'm also looking at I've like I look at it on some of the zoomed in charts, and then I've zoomed out like the weekly looking pretty fucking ugly. Like you just got rollover pretty hard on your prime oscillator, your MACD looking straight down, indicator lines already curving, and you haven't even like the MACD line
Dixie
hasn't
needs
even
to do that though,
touched it.
dude. The Dixie can't go up forever.
And I know
Remember,
it needs to
the
happen.
global economy relies on the stability of the US dollar. You want to see it do pullbacks.
Yeah, it's just how far are we gonna pull back on this, especially with the new administration and things like that. You're seeing
Like
gold get bought
again,
up.
that's all we pulled back. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
We've had
But it's
pullbacks even this year that are 5 times bigger than that, man.
and that's like I'm just thinking we might come back down to bottoms that we saw this year, and
Yeah, like 103s. I could see that
Mhm.
easily. That would be the dynamic reactor. If I go ahead and pull in here, pull a fixed range volume profile through this whole dip here, because this goes back to 2021 when we coming out of our recession. They started printing money, right?
yeah,
Oh, we're not going to get that because there's no volume. Can't give a fixed range volume profile. Bastards.
TRADEFLY in the house.
Put this on a monthly. What's up, dude? Yes.
I
Yeah,
sent
look
him an
here, dude.
invite.
Look, we're in the median area right now for the entire price range for the month on the monthly. And if I go back here
Mhm.
and pull on the historicals, you can see like here, we came down into it, got a bounce off of it, got a bounce off of it, got a bounce off of it. What's all we're doing right now?
We'll just have to see what it holds. I've just been watching it extremely hard because I like there's other countries are about to cut rates. You've got Canada, which is looking to potentially cut rates again. You've got the the European Central Bank looking to cut rates again. Britain looking to cut rates again, all of which will continue to weaken the dollar. And then that would kind of set things up for that Japan if they're going to hike in March to really just kind of slaughter us.
Well, I'd be more concerned about the US dollar weakening and people continue to sell off our bonds.
Mm-hmm.
That would be more impacting than the Dixie itself just dropping, you know what I mean? So
I'm just
drop of the
looking.
Dixie, the cause and effect being the 10-year yield doing a further sell off, which raises the percentage and hitting that 5%. That's got more of a catastrophic effect than the Dixie just dropping, because the Dixie can drop like that's not a
Yeah,
problem. The Dixie
I'm
can
just
drop a
more.
lot more.
I'm just focused more on like I'm looking not short term, like very macro on longer terms. So I'm looking like 3 months out to try to see because that's the next rate decisions and where we might be sitting on things and
Yeah, but
where things might be
looking at
heading in the
macro,
midterm.
here's macro for you. Looking at the monthly, there's nothing wrong with the US dollar right now.
No, but I'm just looking at these next rate decisions, which are all like this week and next week. We will see those rate decisions, and that's where I'm gonna start making some judgments.
Yeah, look at the pivots, dude. Pivots are playing clean.
Mm-hmm.
I see it's coming down to about probably like this is looking at monthlies. 105 would be a healthy pullback for global economy, global liquidity. That would give us a double bottom.
What are the difference like between the pivots and like the blocks and stuff?
Pivots are date based, like weekly pivot, monthly pivots. It's previous swing lows and swing highs.
Oh, it's based on like more like timing.
Yeah, well, it's based on previous. You can select if you want it on weekly, monthly, daily, whatever,
Right.
and it's
Yeah.
telling you your previous highs and lows, and then based
Gotcha.
off of previous pivot sessions where you would find other support and resistance at.
And the blocks are telling you about current orders, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, I'm gonna hop out of here. If anybody wants to stick around and BS, you guys are more than welcome to. But I'm gonna hop out of here. OC, you got this recorded for everybody?
Yep, I do.
Awesome.
Have a
Well,
good day,
guys,
everybody.
Yep.
You
You too.
recorded your potty mouth.
Cool. Cool. Let everybody get out of here. Buck,
Love you too.
I'll pee in your mouth, potty mouth.